All right, YouTube. Now we got the Euroleague breakdown. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is what y'all asked for. I know it's not a whole lot of people in the chat, but it is what it is. It's cool. We live early on Saturday morning, going over this whole EuroLeague transfer market breakdown, trade, free agency, whatever you want to call it, power rankings, everything all in one. Everything kind of misconstrued all in one. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. 20,000 is our goal. Let's make sure we hit our goal ASAP, no Rocky. All right. Now, with that being said, I'm about to type in all the EuroLeague teams up here. We're gonna look at their rosters, and then we're gonna look at this lovely article that my boy Smurf sent me in the chat, holding it down. Shout out to Smurfs. And then we're gonna go from there. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is go to EuroLeague basketball 2025. Okay, so these are 2025-2026 EuroLeague teams. We got Anadolu. We have Monaco. We have Bosconia. We have Red Star. We have Dubai Basketball. We have Milano. We have Barcelona. We have Bayern Munich. We have Fenerbahce. Is this Hapoel Tel Aviv? I was right. Yeah, that's right. Hapoel Tel Aviv. Hapoel LDLC Asvel. We have Maccabi Tel Aviv. We have Olympiacos. We have Panathinaikos. We have Paris Basketball. We have Partizan. We have Real Madrid. We have Valencia Basket Club. I know this one. I know this one. We have Zalgiris and we have Virtus Bologna. All right, so I'm gonna type in all of these teams up here, and I'm gonna go to each and every roster. All right, Anadolu. Boom, that's the first one. The second one, we're gonna go AS Monaco. All right, bad. Third one, we're going to go Bosconia. Fourth one, we're going Cervena Zvezda. Sometimes it be hard spelling these shits. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not saying shits to be disrespectful, but sometimes it's hard spelling these teams. Not even gonna cap you. Next one we have Dubai basketball. Dubai is a newcomer in the EuroLeague too, so excited to see what they bring to the table as far as competition. Boom. Then we have Milano Olympia. Boom. Next up we got Barca. Give me 1 second. You can browse through the teams via L's website. They're all at the top. Yeah, I know, but like I like doing my homework first, and then you know what I mean. I like this because I know it's all on FIBA, but I rather type it out and then we could go to each and every tab. It just makes it easier, um, and more interactive too at the same time. Bayern Munich. that fair? Yeah, nah, facts. It like it makes it more convenient for me. Type shit. Um, Getting all mixed up. Bayern Munich, Fenerbahce, defending champs. Also, too, the people that are in the comments, Smurfs. I know you're in the comments being crazy active right now. If I miss somebody, if somebody's injured, or if they don't have it updated, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna have it updated, but if they don't, obviously we're gonna look at this. Also, we're gonna look at this article. But if I'm in the moment and I say something that's not right, please let me know in the comments, cause hey, sometimes I get shit wrong. Hapoel Tel Aviv. Boom. Next we got boom. Got Maccabi Tel Aviv. Maccabi Tel Aviv was looking pretty good too. They got some transfer targets that might, oh bless me, that might help them. Oh bless me. Excuse me. That might help them get a lot of wins. I'm just saying. Next we got Olympiacos. Boom. Then we got Pana. People are calling Panathinaikos the favorites to win this year. Um, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. I know that they might be the favorites, but hey, I'm not gonna lie. It's some good competition in the EuroLeague, so I can't just call them like the winners just off rip. Shit was just tripping for a second. Then we got Paris basketball. We have Partisan. Boom. We have Real Madrid. We have Valencia. We have Virtus Bologna. And last but not least, we have Zalgiris. All right. And that is the final one. Now, we're going to start with Anadolu. That was the first team on the list, so I feel like it's only right to start with Anadolu. Um, we always appreciate, obviously, EuroLeague basketball giving us this information to help us be successful, as we can say. Um, this is my first time ever looking at a calendar. They have Euro Cup and EuroLeague games, Euro Cup and EuroLeague, Euro Cup, EuroLeague, domestic cup games. So it goes from September 30th. So the first game is in 3 days. all the way to May 24th. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So about 8 months long. 8 months long, and then um the season starts to end at the end of May. So let's go first to Anadolu. Anadolu has Shane Larkin, Rodrigue Bubois, Seamus Hazard. We've seen a lot of Hazard in Eurobasket. Jordan Lloyd. We've seen a lot of Jordan Lloyd in Eurobasket too, putting up big numbers. Nick Wheeler, Bob, Isaiah Cordinier, PJ Dozier. For their forwards, they have Roland Smits. They got Burricon. They got Cole Switter. He's from the league. David Mutaf, Erkin Osmani. Osmani was going crazy in the Eurobasket also. He was going crazy. Erkin Yilmaz. And for their centers, they have Georgios Papagiannis, Bryce Desert, Vincent Poirier is a very good big to have, and Kai Jones. Kai Jones is also going to be a very big piece if he's locked in. Let's just put it like that. Kai Jones, he's supposed to be in the league right now. Obviously, a lot of shit has happened over the course of these multiple years, but it is what it is. It doesn't define him. It only molds his story more and more. So yeah, Igor Kokos Kokoskov is their head coach. Um, I don't know how long he's been their head coach, but he's been doing a good job at Anadolu. If he's been there for multiple years. Now for Anadolu, I will say that it's going to be tough ranking them amongst these other teams. Right now, obviously, we started with Anadolu, so we got to obviously keep going down more rosters to see where Anadolu would be at. We're going to go over everything first, and then obviously we'll try to power rank them later on. Now, for AS Monaco. AS Monaco, and mind you, Anadolu's team is looking pretty similar from last year, just a little bit different, but pretty similar for the most part. They added Jordan Lloyd. I don't remember Jordan Lloyd being there last year, but that's definitely going to help them. Hazard brings a lot of energy off the bench. PJ Dozier too. He also provides a very very big spark. Give me 1 second. My bad, my nose has been bugging me all morning. Um, Costco was in the NBA from 2018 till now, mostly an assistant. He coached Finner with the short break in 2020. Okay, bet. Okay. So he's been with Anadolu for a little second. Before that, he was in the NBA. So let's go to the next team, and then from there, we'll see how we assess this. AS Monaco. They have Elia Kobo, David Machinu, Nick Kalitis, Terry Tarpey. Give me 1 second. Put this right here. They have Terry Tarpey. They have Nemanja Nedovic, Matthew Stratzel, and Mike James. Forwards, they have Jared Blossingame, Alpha Diallo, Juhan Bagarian. Nikola Mirotic was another big piece that they picked up in the offseason. And then for centers, they have Yohan Macondo, Daniel Tice, Kavarius Hayes, and Donatas Motiunas. So, AS Monaco, they were the runner up last year. Obviously, they lost in the championship to Fenerbahce. It was a great game. Um, didn't come down to the wire, but came down to the wire. Came down to the wire type shit. So it was a very close game. They haven't really done too much with their roster. They haven't really made any crazy big changes, bringing back pretty much the pieces that got them to the championship. But they added Nikola Mirotic, which is a good piece to add because he's a four. He's not a five. He could shoot. He could defend. He can guard bigger guards and bigger forwards, obviously too. He's on the kind of the end of his career, but he's still effective. And then you got Daniel Tice holding it down. So not only do you have Nikola Mirotic being the four, but then you got Daniel Tice being a five and fucking shit up. To be honest, he could shoot threes. He can dunk on you. He could post you up. He plays hard, plays with energy, plays defense, all that good stuff. Then you got Kavarius Hayes backing him. So between the guard play, the forwards, and the centers, they're pretty much solid all around. They just need to figure out how to win these close games. Every single game they have close games. They need to figure out how to win them. So that way, when it gets to the playoffs, they already have that identity and that chemistry. Like, we've been in enough close games. Let's get her done. All right. So not really too many changes for AS Monaco. All right. Now for Bosconia. Bosconia has Marcus Howard, Marquise Noel, Rafa Villar, Matteo Spagnolo, Trent Forrest, Joseba Corregetta, mate. I don't know how to say your last name, mate. I am gonna catch you. Mate Kadiashvili, Pedro Souza, Hamadou Diallo, um, Budians Kurix, Tadas Sederkiskis, Timothy Lawawa, Lawawu, my bad, Lawawu, Clement Frisch, and Vit Rabar. This roster hasn't really changed much. Um, they've added Hamadou Diallo. Um, they've added a couple more pieces, but I want to say this roster hasn't changed much. For their centers, they have Mamadi Diak Diakite, Kek Diallo, Khalifa Diop, June Bowl, and Lucas Samanik. Their head coach is Pablo, or Pablo's crazy. Paolo Galbiati. Also, too, for AS Monaco, their coach is Vasilis Spanulis. Hopefully, I said that right. Also, it's kind of hard pronouncing these names. I promise, it's not easy pronouncing these names. Um, for Bosconia, it's gonna be kind of tough to assess this because last year they weren't really that good, but they had good pieces. I feel like they just need to make it work. Like putting everything together and figuring it out and figuring out how to gel and how to mesh together is probably gonna be their biggest thing. Because they have the pieces to win some games. I don't know if they can get all the way to playoff championship with this roster. They need somebody go to that they can count on to rely and hit shots, get them out of them slumps where they need to get a bucket, where they need to score. They've given up some pieces too, sent some pieces to different teams. So once they start playing, we're gonna see how to assess this. I'm gonna kind of keep them pretty much the same where they was at last year. I think they might be a little bit better, but the EuroLeague is loaded, so it's gonna be kind of hard to assess that. Gotta watch some Spanola's highlights someday. One of the EuroLeague goats, for sure, for sure. We could put that on one of our watch laters. Spanolas. If you guys have a specific video, Smurfs, if you got a specific video, send it my way. All right, I'll put it in my watch later. Now for Savannah Zvezda. Savannah Zvezda has changed up a little bit. Their roster has changed a little bit. If they don't have the transfers or the free agents that are now on this team, obviously they have them in the pictures, but if they don't have them on the rosters, we're gonna look at this article once again. So please be patient with me. Cervena Devez, the Red Star, Cody Miller McIntyre, Stefan Miljanovic, Isaiah Cannon. Prayers for Isaiah Cannon. Just heard about him getting injured in a in one of these games that he just played against Dubai. Got hurt against Dubai, so speedy recovery for him. Devontae Graham, Tyson Carter. We seen Tyson Carter in action. He was getting to it. He was really getting to it. Like he might be one of their scorers that they depend on for sure. Ang- Angjin Radosic. Uh, now for the forwards, Dejan Davidovich, Nikola Kalinick, Angjin Dobrich, Jordan Nwora, Semi Ojale, and Chima Maneke. For the centers, Rose Plavsic, Jasiel Rivero, Azun, Azundu Ibuka, Lazar Stojkovic, and Joel Balamboy. Um, this roster changed in the sense they added Chima Maneke, they added Jordan Nwora, they added Semi Ojale. Um, those are some big bodies to add. They need more of a presence, like more big, not more big men, but like bigger bodies for sure. Just to guard those big forwards, big guards that they're always going to run into. Cervena Zvezda probably has one of the toughest schedules. I mean, everybody's going to play everybody, but Cervena Zvezda is one of those teams that you always keep your eyes out for. You kind of keep them on that pedestal of like always doing good or always needing to do good or always staying in like the top six, top seven teams. So this is definitely a team to watch. Their head coach is Ioannis Safar Safaropoulos. I hope I said that right. I'm not trying to get none of their names wrong. I hope I said that right. Now for the new team in the Euroleague, Dubai. We've reacted to maybe two or three of Dubai's games already against Euroleague, non-Euroleague teams. They look solid. They look pretty solid. We can't wait to see how they're gonna look in the stretch of all these EuroLeague games where they got to play a EuroLeague team back to back to back to back, obviously. But for right now, excuse me, they're looking pretty solid. For their guards, they have 30 Ravenna, Costa Kondic, Nate Mason, McKinley Wright, the fourth, Alexa Aramovich. That's a good piece to have. Danilo Andjusic, Clement Prepelec. That's another good piece to have. Nemanja Dangubic, Dwayne Bacon, very good piece to have. Awudu Abbas, Davis Bertans is a big piece to have also. Justin Anderson, Dazanin Musa, Philip Petrusev, and for their centers, Mam Jaite, Sertek Sanli, uh, Kenan Kimangis, and Fiondu Kabengil. Their head coach is Jurika Golamak. Now, for Dubai, first and foremost, it feels like they just took like a piece from this team, a piece from that team, a piece from that team, a piece for that team, a piece from that team, and kind of just put it all together. Um, Davis Bertans is going to be a big role player. McKinley Wright, Dwayne Bacon, Musa, Petrusev, Prepelec, Avramovich. Like these are some names that are like some good names to have. These are some names that like really produce on every team that they're on. No matter where they're at, they produce. So like this kind of being like the new group around town, the new EuroLeague team first year out, they might make some noise for sure. They got the pieces to make a little bit of noise. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come out like hitting on all cylinders, or even if they don't come out hitting on all cylinders, if in the middle of the season they gelling and they meshing really well, I can see that for sure for this team. I can see that. We're gonna see how they rank against all these other teams too. Now for EA7, Emporia Armani Milan, Nicolo Mannion, Nico Mannion, Lorenzo Brown, Quinn Ellis, Stefano Tonut, Leandro Balmero, Armani Brooks, Diego Flacadori, and Marco Guderic. That's some good guard play right there. Between Nico, Armani, Marco Guderic being a defending champion, Lorenzo Brown, obviously with all his experience, and Quinn Ellis, it's a good backcourt. It's a really good backcourt with a lot of experience. Forwards, Blotko Konkar or Konsar, Zach Lede, Gianpaolo Ricci, and Siobhan Shields for their forwards. Now for their centers, Devin Booker, not Phoenix Suns, so chill. Devin Booker, Osman Diop, Josh Nebo, and Leonardo Tote. The last one, Bryant Dunston. Their head coach is Ettore Messina. This team could shock some people. They could shock some people for sure. This is gonna come down to how they play defense, though. It's gonna come down to how they can sit down and guard. They obviously got a couple buckets, a couple people who could put the ball in the basket, but it's gonna be about them getting stops because they kind of, I want to say, they lack in size. They lack in size just a little bit. They're not the biggest team. They do have some good guard play, but as far as like in the post, in the paint, They got to make sure they're able to guard. Zach LeDay is a good piece to have. Obviously, Siobhan Shields is a good piece to have, but you got to make sure that you can sit down and actually guard a really good team and actually contain them and actually stop them from scoring. Now, Barcelona got Kevin Punter, Giovanni Marcos, Miles Kale, Diaro, Dario Bruzuela, Thomas Satoransky, Juan Nunez, Nicholas Laprovitola, and for their forwards they have Miles Norris, somebody they just added, Will Clyburn, Tornique, Tornique Tornique, Shingelia, and Joel Para. For their centers, they have John Vesely, Willie Hernan Gomez, and Yusafa Fall. Their head coach is Joan Pinario. Pinaroya. Pinaroya. This team with the loss of Jabari Parker and the loss of Justin Anderson kind of look like they made up for those missing pieces. Obviously, it's always hard to replace Jabari Parker. Miles Norris brings like really good energy to the floor though. He brings athleticism, brings talent, brings effort, brings size and length also. So like that's a good piece to have and to pick up. Obviously your guard play is pretty good. Got Kevin Punter, Thomas Satoransky, Bruzuela. They can all score it. Um, we just got to see if they can stay in the games though. We got to see if they can stay all the way locked in and mentally focused through all four quarters of these games that they're about to start playing. Just because when it seems or when it looks like they're getting bored or when they're not getting stops or when they're not scoring how they want to, the games can kind of slip away from them. And they don't need no game slipping away from them this year. They need all the close games. They need to win all of the nail biters, all of those. They have to win all of those this year to kind of show that they can win those games. And if and when they make it to the playoffs, they can compete at a high level. All right. Now that was for Barca. Let's move on to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, we got Andreas Obst, Stefan Jovic, Justice Hollitz, Rokas Jokobitis, Kamar Baldwin. Now for their forwards, they have Oscar da Silva. They have XRM. They have Niels Giffey, Justinian Jessup, Vladimir Lucic, Alexa Radanoff, and Isaiah Mike. For their centers, they have Johannes Voigtman, Leon Kratzer, Elias Harris, William Gabriel, and David McCormick. Their head coach is Gordon Herbert. Now, Bayern Munich, y'all have y'all have a good big man or two good big men in William Gabriel and Johannes Voigtman, right? Y'all have some good forwards. Y'all have some good forwards. XRM could put it in the basket. Oscar da Silva, he could put it in the basket. Niels Giffey, Jessup, Isaiah Mike, I've seen them all put it in the basket. So your forwards, they're not really lacking size. Y'all just need to make sure y'all not lacking effort. Even if y'all are undersized against a different team, y'all need to make sure that y'all playing with more energy than the other team, that y'all playing with more heart than the other team, because that's what's going to get y'all wins at the end of the day. Yes, it's about talent, but it's also about how consistent and persistent you are every single day with getting better too. Andreas Ops, obviously we know how Ops can shoot. Once he passes half court, you got to guard him. Rokas Jokobitis is obviously a good piece to have too. And Justice Hollins. So their guards aren't really lacking. I will say other teams may have better guard play as far as facilitation, shooting, um, athleticism, like all around. But we can't sleep on this guard play right here. Bayern Munich. Now for Fenerbahce, defending champs. They've obviously lost some pieces. We're gonna go through that right now. But let's see if they kind of made up for the pieces that they lost. All right. They have Anu Raup Bidham, Taylor Horton Tucker, Wade Baldwin, Scotty Wilbekin, Mert Exioglu, Mali, Meli, Mali. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Brandon Boston Jr., Devon Hall, and Arturs Zagars. So their guard play is really good. Adding Brandon Boston Jr. was a big positive for them. Adding Taylor and Horton Tucker is a big positive for them. Obviously, we haven't seen them play, or we have seen them play, but we haven't seen them play in the Fenerbahce uniform. So it's all good. Obviously, they might have been hurt, they might have been injured, they might not have been able to like play in those games that we've seen, but it is what it is. It's all good. We back, but I'm late. Now it's all good. Dante, welcome in the chat, man. Welcome in the chat. We live, baby. Now, forwards. We have Metacon Burson. We have Nicolo Melli. We have Tarek Beberovic. We have Michael Yantunin. We have Hamza Mestoglu. And we have Bonzi Colson. For their centers, we have Armando Baycott. We have Jilson Bango. And we have Kim Birch. Their head coach is Saris Jasic Evicius. Jasic Evicius. Hopefully I said that right. Now, as far as what I said before we clicked on Fenerbahce about them having enough to go back to back. Their guard play is really good. Their forwards really haven't changed. They still have Tark, they still have Bonzi, they still have Melly, they still have Yantunin. So that's shooting coming from all four of those players. That's facilitating coming from all four of those players. Unselfishness. Um, and they all play hard. So that's not something you really have to worry about. As far as their centers go, Kim Birch holds it down. Baycott holds it down. Haven't seen too much of Jilson Bango, but nah, these players play at a high level. They play at a high level. This Fenerbahce team is going to be pretty good again. Can't sleep on Baldwin either, and Artur Zagars, either Devon Hall. They all have championship DNA, so it's gonna be hard to count this team out. I'm just letting y'all know. I can't just put it past them, and they've got NBA talent, so especially at that, it's not making it easy, like any easier to just say like, oh yeah, they're not gonna be that good. Nah, they might be that good. They might be that good. Hapoel Tel Aviv. Let's see what they got. Now for Hapoel Tel Aviv, they got Chris Jones, they got Antonio Blakeney, Elijah Bryant, Sandy Cohen, Guy Palatin or Palatin, Bar Timur, Tyler Ennis, Vasils Michic, Yam Madar, Iftah Aziv. For their forwards, they have Ite Segev, Oz Blazer, Colin Malcolm, Ish Wainwright, Tomer Ganat, Bruno Caboclo. And for their centers, they have Jonathan Motley, Ty Odias, and Dan Oturu. As a team, these might be the hardest pronunciations. As a team, these niggas have the hardest names to pronounce. I promise you. Now, for their guards, obviously you've seen Chris Jones play. Know who Antonio Blakeney is. Know who Elijah Bryant is. Know who Sandy Cohen is. Mitchich obviously has been in the league for some time. Tyler Ennis obviously know who that is. Guy Palatin. So they have some good guards. They have a lot of guards though. So and Elijah Bryant. Shout out to Elijah Bryant. He has his own YouTube channel too. I always say this. I always shout out his YouTube channel because he's one of the ones doing it. One of the ones that's making this shit happen. Obviously, y'all know I love playing basketball. I want to play basketball at the highest level, but he is playing basketball at the highest level right now. And he has his own YouTube channel. So he is documenting, he's filming, he's kind of analyzing, breaking down this shit for y'all. He's showing y'all a lot of love on his YouTube channel. He's giving y'all the day in the life, the shit that we want to do. Obviously, can't do it right now, but he's giving y'all that shit. So make sure y'all go follow him. Follow him on his social medias, on his YouTube, everything like that. We know who Elijah Bryant is. He played for Anadolu last year. Um, they have some good guards. They just got to make it mesh well. Because 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they got 10 guards. Not all 10 guards are playing. So that's first and foremost. Their head coach is Demetrius Etodis, Demetrius Etodis. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Jonathan Motley. Remember Jonathan Motley? Obviously, can hold it down as a center. Ish Wainwright. Obviously, know who that is too. Um, they gotta play hard. They gotta play really hard. And they gotta make sure people like respect them because Hapoel Tel Aviv, they haven't been that good over the course of I want to say maybe 2 3 years. So now they have to prove themselves. All they gotta do is play hard. Make sure y'all stay in the games. Make sure y'all playing hard, even if y'all getting blown out, whatever the case is. Just make sure you playing with some energy. Try to win as many games as you can. Try to bring that respect back to Hapoel Tel Aviv. All right. Now for the next team, LDLC Asvel. Asvel has been okay over these last 2 3 years. They haven't been able to figure it out. I personally think it is because of playing hard or getting the right pieces on your roster. Nonetheless, they're trying to figure it out, but y'all need to play hard with whoever y'all have. Y'all just can't give up games this year. Y'all just can't just like be out of games, be like not be in tuned, like just getting blown out, not playing hard. Like it can't happen this year. It cannot happen. Thomas Hurtel, Nando DeColo, Glenn Watson, and Marvin Wade are their four guards that they have. For their forwards, they have Adam Atomna. They have Shaquille Harrison. They have Melvin Ajinka, Edwin Jackson, David Lighty, and Armel Traore. And for their centers, they have Zachary Seljas, Bodian Massa, Mbe Ndiaye, and Bastian Vatir. I don't know. And then their head coach is Pierrick Popit. Like puppet, but Popit. Okay. Um yeah, this team has to play hard. They're another one of those teams that have to prove themselves. If they don't prove themselves, people aren't gonna take them serious. So they gotta be one of them teams, man. They gotta come out firing on all cylinders. They got to make sure they meshing well. They got to make sure that they again playing very hard, playing defense, get out and running. Like y'all got to bring the respect factor back to LDLC. Just like how I said Hapoel Tel Aviv, they haven't been good for the past couple years, so they need to bring that respect factor back. Um, Now Maccabi Tel Aviv, we've reacted to Maccabi Tel Aviv one time, one time this year. Or a couple times last year for sure, but we reacted to them one time this year. They looked good that one time we reacted to them. They looked really good, and they didn't even have all their players. Excuse me. They didn't even have all their players apparently, but they look solid against Partizan. So let's see what it's talking about. Guards, they got Jimmy Clark, they got Oren Sahar, Lonnie Walker, John DeBartolomeo, Jeff Doughton, and Tamar Black. For their forwards, they have Jalen Horde, Lavi Gear, Uros Trifunovic, O'Shea Brissett, William Raymond, Tamir Gold, TJ Leaf. And for their centers, they have Marcio Santos, Roman Sorkin, Clifford Omoria or Omor Rui. And their head coach is Oded Katash. Now, for this team right here, this team, they've kind of made a big jump a little bit. They've added Jeff Doughton, they've added Lonnie Walker, they've added I don't know if they added TJ Leaf. TJ Leaf is he might have been there. But they added O'Shea Brissett also. These three can make a big change for them. These three can make a very big impact if they go about it the right way. Jeff Doughton is a good guard. Lonnie Walker is another good guard. O'Shea Brissett is a good forward. They have to lead this team moving forward. They have to lead this team and change the culture because obviously Maccabi Tel Aviv is just like LDLC or Hapoel Tel Aviv. They expect more from their organization, from their team. They want to get to the playoffs. They want to have a chance at winning the EuroLeague championship. So it starts right now. I don't know how it works with newcomers or transfer targets coming in mid-season or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it happens all the time. But if they add maybe one, two more pieces onto this roster could look very, very good. And they could change from down to up. No cap. This team right here is solid. They could be a solid matchup for other teams in the EuroLeague for sure. Now for who's next? Olympiacos. Olympiacos is one of those other teams that you cannot sleep on. I know people keep talking about Panathinaikos, but Olympiacos is one of them teams that if you blink, they might be the number 3 seed. They might be the number 4 seed. You never know. You never know. They got a lot of pieces. Frank Ntilikina, Thomas Walkup, Keenan Evans, Giannolis Lorenzakis, Saban Lee, Omiros Nedzipoglu, Tyler Dorsey, and Shaquille McKissick. Tyson Ward for their forwards, Sasha Bazinkov, Kostas Papanikolaou, Alec Peters, Evan Fournier. Their forwards are loaded. Their forwards are loaded. Centers, Mustafa Fall, Nikola Milutinov, Kostas Antetokounmpo, and Dante Hall. Their centers are loaded too. Now, let me just say this. They probably have the best forward play in the EuroLeague, bro. They probably have the best forward play in the EuroLeague. What I think Tyson Ward do on Paris is crazy. What I've seen Sasha Vezenkov do on Olympiacos is out of this world. Kostas Papanikolaou, he just went crazy in the Eurobasket. Maybe not crazy in the sense of scored all the points, but crazy in the sense of playing hard, knocking down shots, making the right reads, making the right plays, getting steals, running out in transition. Like we saw him go crazy in all of Eurobasket. Alec Peters, one of the most consistent players that I've seen in the EuroLeague. Obviously, it looked like he be moving in slow motion, but this nigga be getting to a bucket. He be getting to a bucket. Evan Fournier, obviously, it's not too much to say about Evan Fournier. You already know Evan Fournier's body. You already know what he on. You get what I'm saying? Fall is out for the whole season. Okay, so Mustafa Fall is out for the whole season. I know he got hurt last year. I didn't know he was out for this whole season, but speedy recovery for Mustafa Fall. Nonetheless, they got Kostas Antetokounmpo. Obviously, still needs some work shooting wise, but like right hook, left hook, got that. Can dunk on you, got that. Can go get that shit from anywhere, go block, got that. He can defend the rim, he can make all that shit happen. Dante Hall is pretty much the same thing. Hook, hook. He can shoot a little bit. He can block shots. He rim runs. He plays hard. Like that's what you want from your centers, especially when they that tall and they that long and that big. Pause. Chill out. But yeah, and then when we get to their guards, Frank Ntilikina, he plays hard. Thomas Walkup, he obviously runs the show. McKissick, he comes off the bench and gives them a spark. Tyler Dorsey was going crazy throughout Eurobasket, so that's somebody else whose confidence is at an all-time high. Saban Lee, he comes off the bench and gets to it. He's athletic, so all around, they're not really missing anything. And this is why I say you can't really count these teams out because they're not really like they don't really have no holes or no flaws in their teams. Like this team meshes so well that they really just have to worry about staying healthy, staying poised, and staying together, and they'll be all right. I promise you, they're gonna be top five for sure. Now on the Panathinaikos, y'all favorites to win this whole shit because they're loaded too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They are loaded too. They've gotten some people off injuries. They've gotten some new pieces on their team. They're going to be dangerous. They might be like top two, top three for sure. Now Panathinaikos Actor. They got TJ Shorts. They got Panagiotis Kalaitzakis. They got Kostas Slukas. They got Jerian Grant, Kendrick Nunn, Vasilis Toliopoulos, Marius Grigonis. For their forwards, they have Seti Osman, Nicolas Rokavopoulos, Alexandros Samodorov, Hancho Hernan Gomez, and Konstantinos Mitoglu for their forwards. Now for their centers, they have Rashawn Holmes, Ionis Kozeloglu, Matthias Lasort, and Omer Yurtseven. For their head coach is Ergin Ataman. Let me go back real quick because I didn't say Oli, I didn't say Oli's head coach. Hey, Olympiacos. I couldn't say Olympiacos for a minute. Their head coach is Bartzokas. Georgios Bartzakis. Um, I didn't want to be disrespectful. Maccabi Tel Aviv, we said Oded Katash. We just didn't say Olympiacos. Now for Panathinaikos, let's break down Panathinaikos real quick. Their guard play might be the best guard play in the EuroLeague. TJ Shorts was obviously the best player last year. Um, MVP Shorts, yeah. K Nunn is obviously one of the best guards from last year, obviously too. I don't know, that's obvious. I keep saying obvious, but that's way too obvious. Um, and then Jerry and Grant, obviously, you already know what he does. Kostas Lukas, obviously, I'm just saying obviously. Nah, but these players, these guards that they have, they're really experienced. They're really good. They play hard. They play defense. They're active. They get their teammates involved, and they go get a bucket. So that's really like all it comes down to with their guards. The guards who gonna have the ball the most: T.J. Shorts, K. Nunn, Jerry and Grant, Slukas. Then four and Toliopoulos. Man, adding Toliopoulos is, man, that's a great spark to have because at any given day he can just go off and run off 5 3-pointers, 4 3-pointers, 6 3-pointers, and he got so much swag to him that he's always like confident. And worrying about TJ Shorts, Kanon, Jerry and Grant, Slukas, and then having to worry about Toliopoulos later on is like, damn, that's a lot. Now for their forwards, Seti Osman. If you don't know Seti body, man, go check the Eurobasket, man. Seti was going stupid in the Eurobasket. Really and truly, Seti be one of the most consistent players in the EuroLeague. No matter what y'all want to talk about Seti, he be getting to it. Like he be doing his shit. No cap. He be doing his shit. So yeah, Seti Osman, Hernan Gomez is somebody that we're gonna watch out for. Mita Glue, also. Those are some good forwards to have. They can all shoot it at a high clip too. Now for their centers. Rashawn Holmes is going to have a big year for Panathinaikos. All he needs is opportunity. Shout out Rich. All he needs is opportunity. And with that opportunity, he's going to seize the moment. So as far as I'm concerned, nobody's gonna be able to guard him. He be playing with too much energy, like too much like too much animosity, too much of that that energy that you want. And he has Matthias Lasort right next to him. So Lasort is back. They was calling him the best center in the EuroLeague. So now pairing up with Rashawn Holmes, it's gonna get spooky. And Yurt Seven, I don't know why Yurt Seven wasn't playing a whole lot in the Eurobasket, but if y'all could tell me, please tell me. But if not, it is what it is. It's all good. I'm not really tripping like that. I know Yurt Seven is gonna contribute for this Panathinaikos team when they need him to, though. So that's another big reason why Panathinaikos is the favorite. They have good guards, good forwards, and good centers. They don't have a flaw in their team. Now, Paris basketball. Paris basketball is the team that. Give me 1 second. Paris basketball is the team that TJ Short just came from. Let's see their guards now that he's gone. Nadir Heafy, Justin Robinson, Sebastian Herrera, Ilian Mangala, Joel Ayayi, and Yukaba Otara. Now for their forwards, they have Leopold Cavalier, Lamar Stevens, Jeremy Morgan, Amath Mbaye, Dalton Holmes, and Derek Willis. For their centers, they have Alon Dokosi, Mohamed Faye, Enzo Shaharvin, and Ismail Bako. Their head coach is Francisco Tabellini. Tabellini. Yeah. Paris. It's gonna be kind of hard for Paris because they just lost TJ Shorts. That's somebody like big that you have to make up for. Their team pretty much looks the same, adding on a couple pieces. I want to say they added a couple forwards. They added a center also too. But just in general, making up for TJ Short's points, his playmaking, his facilitating, his defense, his energy is going to be kind of hard. I know he's short, but that really doesn't mean anything. He provides a lot of spark when he's playing. So Heafy gonna have to step up and make sure that he's making the best decisions, putting his team in a position to win every single game. Um, Justin Robinson, also Herrera is gonna have to play lights out this year. As far as their forwards go, their forwards are gonna have to play really big because there's some forwards out there that like will give them hell. There's forwards out there that are gonna give them hell, and there's some centers out there that's gonna give them hell too. So Paris better be ready for the people coming at their neck because it's not gonna get sweet for Paris this year. It's not gonna be easy. They're gonna have to make up for what TJ Shorts was doing while he was there. Now, Partisan. Partisan is another good team. They're always pretty solid every year. I know last year they didn't make the playoffs, but I don't see them not making the playoffs again this year. I see them actually going maybe first or second round in the playoffs. Getting that far. Their guards, Dor Dorji, Kularic. I don't know how to pronounce that. That was so crazy. Carlick Jones, Malik Milton, Dwayne Washington, and Matar Djokovic. Bozin Djokovic. Okay. I want to say this Malik Milton is supposed to be. I mean, it's Shake Milton. So yeah. Um, for their forwards, Mika Murnin. I'm just figuring out that Mika Murnin is signing to them, which is fucking crazy. Um, he might be he might be down here with a center. Just right now, he might be down there with the center, or you got to put Pukasevsky down here with a center because Tyree Jones shouldn't be the only center you guys have. Y'all got to get another center if that's the case. ASAP, ASAP. They got Mika Murnin, they got Dylan Osetowski, Mario Nakic, Vanja Marinkovic, uh, Alexej Pukasevsky, Sterling Brown, Isaac Bonga, Artijan Lakic, and Jabari Parker. For their center, they have Tyreek Jones. And then for their head coach, they have the GOAT, Zelko Obradovic. Zelko Obradovic. Adding Jabari Parker was very big. Adding Mika Murinen is, man, almost just as big. I didn't know he was in high school before this. He went to Eurobasket, was killing all them grown ass men, and then said, "I'm not going back to high school basketball. It's out. It's dead. I could go get that chip right now, so I'm gonna go get it." So that's respect to him. He's gonna be a big piece for their team for sure. Tyreek, y'all know how I feel about Tyreek Jones. He brings the energy. He really like Debo. He be bullying shit. So see how he plays this year. Sterling Brown obviously steps up big for them too. Isaac Bonga also. Jabari Parker. Isaac Bonga just won the Eurobasket too, so that's gonna give him some type of renewed energy coming into the Euroleague season. Jabari Parker has something to prove. I feel like Carlick Jones also too. Shake Milton has something to prove also. Dwayne Washington, him also. He's gonna be a big piece too. So I feel like Partisan, they're on like a revenge tour right now. I feel like they don't like the energy from last year. I feel like they came together with a different look of a team because they've added size. Um, they've added guard play. They've added guard play, and they've added a little bit of height. So I just feel like the only flaw that they have is having Tyreek Jones as the only center. I feel like y'all need to get one more center or two more centers to kind of back Tyreek in case something happens. I'm not saying something is gonna happen, but in case something happens, and then go from there. Other than that, I think y'all are pretty solid. Y'all probably be like top six, top seven. Now we'll go to Real Madrid. For their guards, they have Sergio Yul, Andres Feliz, Facundo Campazzo, Gabriel Procida, Dio Maladon, and David Kramer. For their forwards, they have Trey Lyles, Alberto Abaldi, Mario Hazonia, Izan Almansa, Gabriel Deck, and Igor Amoso. For their centers, they have Chuma Okiki, Usman Garuba, Bruno Fernando, and Walter Tavares. Let's start with their centers first. Head coach is Sergio Scariola. Shout out to Sergio Scariola. Um, They're centers. Tavares is always solid. Bruno Fernando is always solid. Chuma Okiki is solid. He's really like a forward in the center, I thought, but it's cool. And Usman Garuba is very solid. So their centers aren't lacking anything. Let's start with that. Their centers are not lacking anything. They went and got Trey Lyles, which is a solid pickup, especially because of his experience, especially because of his resume. Um, him playing in the NBA and then coming over to the EuroLeague obviously is gonna give him a little bit more of an advantage. Um, he has to get acclimated with their rules, but I feel like once he gets acclimated with their rules, he gonna go crazy. The nigga gonna go stupid. Sergio Yul is always a big piece of the puzzle for them. Theo Maladon, he came from LDLC, Asvel. I'm pretty sure he did. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Um, Compazzo is always a big piece for them. Felice is a big piece for them. They play Felice a lot. I just think that if this team doesn't have enough, they need to go get enough because like it seems like they just kind of running it back with the same team. Obviously, they don't have Musa, and they added Okiki and Trey Lyles. I still don't know if they have enough though. Mario Hazonia, if they're gonna be enough, he has to play lights out all year, and he has to make it known that he's the number one option until like they hone in on him so much that everybody else can eat. And I feel like that's where they'll be really, really good. Real Madrid, I feel like they might finish maybe like the top seven. Um, my first instinct was saying maybe like eighth, but I don't know if they'll be that far down. They might be like seven. They might be like 7 or 8. It might be like 7 or 8. We still got to go through all the other teams and then kind of assess it from there. We have three more teams to go. But God damn, Valencia basketball. This is the next one. Valencia basketball. All right. Valencia is a new team in the EuroLeague. They just got added in, I believe, this year. So we're gonna see how they do. All right. Guard play. Bronco Badio, Cameron Taylor, Josep Puerto, Sergio Delaria, Exari Lopez Arostigui, Gene Montero, Omari Kamu Moore, Darius Thompson, Ik Oro Orogbu, and Isaac Nogus. For their forwards, they have Nathan Roovers, Neil Sacco, George Carrot, Nathan Sestina. And for their centers, they have Jaime Perdilla, Yankura Sima, Ethan Hop, and Matthew Costello. Head coach is Pedro Martinez. That was the easiest name I've had all day. Pedro Martinez is the easiest name I've had all day. Thank you, Pedro. Now for Valencia Basket, this is gonna be their first year going up against all this competition. Darius Thompson was on Anadolu, I believe, last year, so he has experience. We saw Gene Montero. It wasn't recent, but we've reacted to a Valencia game before, and he was going stupid. He was going crazy. Some more familiar names. Um, Nathan Roovers, Nathan Sestina, Neil Sacco. They should be some very valuable pieces for this team too. And for their centers, I've seen Ethan Hop. I've seen Jaime Perdilla. That's really about it though. We gotta make sure they have enough firepower for the EuroLeague. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I don't want to speak too much on Valencia because I don't know what they're capable of. They kind of look like a smaller team, so I want to say they might lack size, but other than that, I want to see how they come out. So these first few games that they have, I want to see how they play, and then we'll kind of assess it from there. Virtus Bologna, Virtus Bologna. Valencia is a solid team, but bottom half of the standings for sure. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I feel like that also. I just kind of want to see them play so I can better evaluate it. Now, versus Bologna, they have Luca Vildoza. They have Carson Edwards, Alessandro Pajola, Matteo Accorsi, Brandon Taylor, Abramo Conca, Daniel Hackett, Matthew Morgan. For their forwards, they have Saliu Niang, Alan Smel Smelagic. I don't know. Derek Samuel Austin Jr., Leo Manalo, uh, Karam Jallo, Nicola Akile, And for their centers, they have Aliao for Diarra, and Mohamed Diaf. Head coach is Dusko Ivanovic. Now, Virtus Bologna looks a little bit different. They've added some firepower. They got, I mean, Luca Vildoza, Carson Edwards for sure. This is gonna be their main guard, no doubt about it. Brandon Taylor, and then for their forwards, Leo Manalo, Akile Niang, and Jalo. They're gonna have to be really big. They're gonna have to be really big. Their forward play is looking kind of tricky, but if they play hard and we don't have to worry about their forwards, then they should be solid. Center wise, I don't know how strong their centers are. We're gonna obviously see in these games in the next couple days, next few days. But hopefully their centers can hold it down in that paint. If their centers can hold it down in the paint, I think their guard play is good enough to win them some games. Their forward play, we gotta see. We gotta see. I can't speak too much on it. We just gotta see. Now for this last team, Zalgiris. Zalgiris is usually pretty solid. They lost Sylvain Francisco, I think, or maybe not. Maybe he's still there. I don't know. I thought he was going to Panathinaikos, but I guess not. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's T.J. Shorts. Yeah, so Sylvain Francisco is still on this team. They have Nigel Williams-Goss. They picked him up from Olympiacos. Sylvain Francisco, Dovidas Giritis, Maudo Low, Montas Rustavicius, Dovidas Buika, uh, Davidas Servitas. Um, he's always man. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Forwards they have Ignas Brazdeikis, Azolas Tubelis, Dustin Sleva, Ernas Butkevicius, Edgaris Ulanovas, and for their centers they have Moses Wright, Lorenis, Birudis, and Ignas Stombergis. Their head coach is Thomas Musilu Musilis. Masiulis. Um, Again, sorry for the pronunciation. Their guard play is solid. Their guard play is very solid. Nigel Williams-Goss is gonna hold it down. Sylvain Francisco is gonna hold it down also. Devitas Servitas is gonna hold it down also. He might be one of the best guards in the EuroLeague. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He might be one of the best guards in the EuroLeague. Every time I see him play, he's just that lefty that like does everything. He could fade on you. He could go dunk you. He could do a little bit of everything. So he impresses me whenever he steps on the court. Just like Sylvain Francisco, Nigel Williams-Goss makes really good decisions. So this is gonna be a good team. Forwards kind of lacking forward play, but we're gonna see how they forward step up. Obviously, if they're lacking in their forward play, they should go get another forward to kind of show these other forwards the ropes. Not like that, but a forward that's gonna stick out. They need a forward that's gonna really stick out, and they need a center that's gonna stick out. So hopefully that's Moses Wright. Hopefully that's Moses Wright, and hopefully Moses Wright can, you get what I'm saying, can be that spark at that center position that they need, because they need a center that they can rely on for sure. There's a lot of other good centers in this league, so when he's matching up with these other centers, he has to be dominant, right? Now, as far as the rankings, I'm gonna try to rank them just like this. I'm gonna try to put them in the tabs where I rank. Um, let's go best to worst. Let's go best to worst, and then kind of assess from there. So obviously we gotta put them up there. I'm not saying that they're number one, but they're definitely going up there for sure. They're going up there. They're going up there. Dubai's going up there. Um, for some reason, I feel like Anadolu, they're gonna be that team again that comes out the woodworks later on in the season and pushes for like a good playoff seeding. I don't know why. They are pretty good. We're gonna slide them down to right here. Bosconia. Bosconia is gonna go a little further. Um, Dubai. Fenerbahce is definitely up here. Fenerbahce is definitely up here. Maccabi is kind of in the middle. Yeah, they kind of in the middle. Partisan might be kind of up here too. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Mm, mm, this is where it gets tricky, y'all. Bayern Munich, we gonna put Zalgiris up here a little bit. LDLC, we'll move y'all back right here. Bosconia, put y'all in front. Virtus Bologna can't be the worst team. They can't be the worst team. Hapoel Tel Aviv. This Bayern Munich right here. Barcelona. I feel like Barcelona is a little bit better than. I feel like they're a little bit better than Virtus Bologna, but I feel like Real Madrid is better than both of these teams. To be honest, Bayern Munich. mm, I feel like Apel Tel Aviv might be better than Bayern Munich. Zalgiris might be better than both of these teams. Zalgiris might be a little bit better than Virtus Bologna also. Only reason why I say that is because the guard play. The guard play is gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough to go with one or the other. Because on one hand you have Nigel Williams Goss, you have Sylvain Francisco, you have Servetus, and you have Giritis. And then on the other hand you have Luca Vildoza, you have Brandon Taylor, Carson Edwards, um, and then you have some solid forwards. So I'm gonna give the edge to Zalgiris. I'm gonna go. Tel Aviv can definitely be under them. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich might be better than Tel Aviv for sure. Might be better than Tel Aviv. Valencia, we haven't seen Valencia play, so it's gonna be kind of hard to rank Valencia. Paris might be up there. Um, let's go like this. This is not in order yet, by the way. I'm just trying to put this in order. Um, we can move Maccabi back a little bit. Um, let's go Real Madrid, Maccabi. Let's go Real Madrid in front of Maccabi. Mm, yeah, let's keep them right there. No background music. I mean, I could put some background music, but then I didn't want it to get it copyrighted. This is going on YouTube, so I obviously didn't want to like put some background music and then like have it get copyrighted type shit. But yeah, no, I just wanted to be interactive. I wasn't even worried about the music to be honest. Um, okay, so this is not in order, but I'm trying to figure it out. Um, so obviously, Panathinaikos is one of the ones in the front. Olympiacos is one of the ones in the front for sure. Monaco, I feel like is one of the ones in the front. Dubai, I'm gonna put Finner in front of Dubai, just for right now. But Finner and Dubai, I feel like are right there. Then we gotta go. Is Cervena Zvezda next? Is Cervena Zvezda next? I want to say Cervena Zvezda is next. Let's look over this one more time. This Anadolu team is right there too. They're gonna be right up there also. Um, Milano. Milano, I feel like is gonna do a little bit better than Partisan just because of the center situation. Um, I really don't know though. Partisan got some good pieces. Maccabi, FCB, Zalgiris, Virtus Bologna, Bayern Munich, Paris, or Tel Aviv. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Let me see all these teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got 20 teams. I feel like this is a solid like power ranking right now. This is a solid power ranking for sure. Okay, so let's start it off. Number one, I'm going Panathinaikos. Um, Obviously everybody has Panathinaikos winning this year. I don't know if I have them winning this year, but they're definitely up there. They're definitely the favorites. They have all the right pieces to do it. They just have to do it. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of these other teams sneak up and end up winning the EuroLeague over Panathinaikos. Just because like I'm not all the way sold on Panathinaikos. I understand the the players that they have, the pieces that they have, the team that they have, the people that they just got, and that gives them the edge. But we still got to see it. We still got to see it. We still got to see how dominant they can be or they are, right? We can't just go off of like top to bottom roster. Oh yeah, they look the most dominant. We got to see if they're actually going to be the most dominant. Now for number two, I decided to go with Olympiacos. I feel like they're one of, if not the most all around like team that doesn't really have a flaw. They have centers, they have forwards, they have guards. Obviously, Mustafa falls out for the rest of the year, so that's gonna hurt. But they still have centers. They still got big centers. So, yeah, I feel like they're gonna mesh really, really well. They'll be right there, top two, top three for sure. Next, I got Monaco at the number three spot. I feel like Monaco is always gonna be right there. I feel like they're always gonna be right there. Obviously, they don't have Jordan Lloyd. Jordan Lloyd went to a different team. Um, but I still feel like they're gonna find a way to make it happen. Especially with adding Nikola Mirotic. I feel like that's more points that you're distributing to him that we're going to Jordan Lloyd. Other people are stepping up instead of Lloyd scoring however many points. Those points are getting spreaded out. So I think Monaco is definitely going to be top three this year. Now let's go number four. Fenerbahce. Obviously, Fenerbahce lost Nigel Hayes Davis from last year, um, pretty much their MVP, but everybody else came back. And then Brandon Boston got signed. Taylor Horton Tucker got signed. Um, they still have Tarek. They still have Baycott. They still have Birch. They still have Bonzi Colson. They still have Melly. They still have Devon Hall. So they still got the pieces that they won with. Yantunin, Zagars. They still have those pieces. So it won't surprise me if they're doing really good to start off the season or if they're doing really good into going into the playoffs. All right. Number four, Dubai. Dubai is new in this league. Um, I know it may sound crazy that they're this high, but I feel like they play really hard. The games that I've seen them, they play really hard. They have a lot of scoring options. The ball's not only in one person's hands. I don't feel like they're a small team. I don't feel like they're an inexperienced team. I feel like they have the right pieces and the pieces that they got from different teams: Petrusev, Musa, Justin Anderson, Bertans. Like those aren't just like players that don't play. These are players that actually affect the game at the highest level. These are players that actually contribute on those teams that they were just on. And now they're kind of getting like a new or renewed sense of like another opportunity with a different team. And they're all connecting together and they all got to mesh together well. So I feel like this team is going to be pretty good, right? Number 5, we got Cervena Zvezda. The reason why I have Cervena Zvezda at number 5 is because I feel like for 2, 3 years now, they've been trying to figure it out. They added two guards that are going to help them a lot in Devontae Graham and Tyson Carter. Obviously, Isaiah Cannon got hurt. Speedy recovery for him, but they have two other guards to kind of replace him for right now. They added Jordan Nwora. They added Semi Ojale, Chima Maneke. So those are big pieces from other teams that were contributing heavy on their other teams. I really feel like they're going to contribute heavy on this team too. Um, Now next we got Anadolu. You can't count Shane Larkin out. I'm sorry. He's shown me like time and time again that you can't count him out. So we're not counting him out. Shane Larkin, Jordan Lloyd, that's a shooter in his backcourt. PJ Dozier, it's another good player. Isaiah Cordinier can shoot it, can score it, can facilitate it. He can do a little bit of everything. He's really like a point guard. Hazard, he plays with a lot of energy. He needs a dunk every single game. Smits, Cole Switter, he can shoot it. Osmani can shoot it. He was going crazy in the Eurobasket. And they have some bigs that can really defend the rim and that can go get you a bucket. Kai Jones, Vincent Poirier, those guys can go get you a buck. Now, next, we have EA7, Milano, Armani Milan, as I should say. I have them next because I feel like they've been meshing over these few years. Lorenzo Brown's been there. Nicolio Mannion has been there. Armani Brooks has been there. Guterich just got there, but Guterich knows how to win. Siobhan Shields, Zach Leday, like they have some really good pieces. They've been having some good pieces for a while now. They just have to put it all together and make it make some sense. I feel like they'll be top 7 though. Top 7 in the EuroLeague for sure. They got to make that next step, or they might just have to blow this whole team up if nothing happens. Now for Partisan, I have Partisan next again because I feel like Partisan is on a revenge tour right now. They got to be feeling some type of way. Like Jabari, I know Jabari has a chip on his shoulder. I know Sterling Brown got a chip on his shoulder. Dwayne Washington, chip on his shoulder. Shake Milton, coming from the league to now being overseas, has a chip on his shoulder. Um, Tyree Jones plays with that chip on his shoulder at all times. So it's like I don't doubt this team at all. Isaac Bonga just won a championship once again, so he has a chip on his shoulder. Centers though, they need centers. They need another center or two to help Tyreek Jones. He can't do it all by himself. Need another center. Now, next team up, Real Madrid. Real Madrid has also been one of those teams that has stayed down with the people who who they have had for some years, and they're trying to mesh. Feliz, Campazzo, Yo, Maladon, Tavares, Hazonia, uh, Bruno. These are people who have been on this team. These are people, Baldi. These are people who have like sacrificed year after year after year to try to figure this shit out. Um, I feel like they'll be better this year for sure. Adding Trey Lyles helps because some more NBA experience um, can kind of funnel it through him and kind of let him operate and free up everybody else too. So that's another big thing. Bruno Fernando is gonna have to step up big. Chuma Kiki is gonna have to step up big also. Tavares, obviously, you're 7 foot. 7 foot, you're gonna have to do your shit. But yeah, I feel like Real Madrid is gonna be more solid than they were last year for sure. Now, Maccabi Tel Aviv. Maccabi Tel Aviv is a team I feel like is slept on. If they stay healthy, the sky's the limit for them. Lonnie Walker, Jeff Doughton, O'Shea Brissett. Them the three NBA prospects that y'all need to carry y'all. Everybody else, yes, step up, please. But the people who are 1, 2, 3, those need to be your main players that you funnel the basketball through and make them get double teamed, make the attention be on them so that they can free up other people. Because they're really smart. So I know that they know how to get people open. Barcelona. Reason why I got Barcelona ranked this high is simply just because I'm not sure if they have enough firepower. I just want to see it. I want to see how it's gonna look. Because if it looks how I think it's gonna look, it's not gonna be a terrible season. It's just not gonna be the season that they end up wanting. So, excuse me. So, with that being said, if it's not the season that y'all want, it might be a disappointment. I don't want it to be no disappointment. Zalgiris. Zalgiris is next on the list. They're still at the bottom half, but it's okay. They might end up proving me wrong for sure. Who knows? Zalgiris could be a little bit higher on this power rankings for sure. Especially with just their guards and their forwards. Nigel Williams Goss, Sylvain Francisco, Giridis, um, Brazdikis, Tubelis, Sleva. Between their guards and their forwards, they have some shit that can work. But they need to play defense. They need to make their presence felt. They need to play hard. That's the only way that's gonna work for Zalgiris. Now, British Bologna. British Bologna has some good guards. I don't know if they're gonna be better than Zalgiris, to be honest. It depends on how they mesh, how they can play together. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're better than Zalgiris. I wouldn't be surprised if they're top six, top seven. Um, Again, I don't know everything, but it's just from my eyes. The reason why I have Zalgiris over Virtus Bologna is simply because I feel like it's kind of a drop off once you get to their forwards and their centers. I feel like their forwards are pretty decent for Virtus Bologna. I don't feel like they're better than Zalgiris' forwards though. Um, and I feel like these forwards they're relying on somebody else. I want to see these. I want to see these forwards like actually get to something, get to a bucket, actually show that you can contribute when y'all may need a bucket, when y'all may need some stops. Like, who's that person that's gonna step up in this forward group, right? FC Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is closer to the bottom. Um, I feel like they'll move up for sure. I'm not trying to doubt Bayern Munich at all. Um, William Gabriel obviously is somebody who plays with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. XRM is somebody who plays with a lot of effort, a lot of energy. Ops can shoot the lights out. So I'm definitely not doubting them. Not doubting them. I just don't know if they have enough to be in this top five, top six. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Um, but obviously we're gonna see within these next couple days, few days, right? Excuse me. Now we got Paris. Paris, they're gonna have to come overcome through a lot of adversity. They're gonna have to see who steps up. That's gonna be very important for them. They're gonna have to see who they getting contributions from. That's gonna be very big for them. Um, and overall, just how they play together. They gotta know who does what does this, who does that, who's gonna be here, who can we rely on to do this, to do that. Like it's gonna have to be that. It's gonna have to be that, especially if you guys don't necessarily know where the scoring is gonna come from, or you guys don't know where the defending is gonna come from. Who's gonna step up and be a good defender? Who's gonna step up and guard the best player? Who's gonna step up and change the intensity, change the tempo, change like be the leader. Like that's the identity that I need to see before I can just put them in the top five, top six because they lost their best player. They lost TJ Shorts. I don't know how y'all lost him, but he went to a better team. And now that team is at the top of the mountain. So y'all got to figure out how to get to the top of the mountain without y'all best player from last year. Y'all got to figure out who gonna step up and fill his shoes. Heafy could do it, but Heafy needs a little more work in order to do so. Now, Hapoel Tel Aviv. I'm not sleeping on Hapoel Tel Aviv. I don't know if they're gonna be that good. They have some good guards. They have some familiar faces for sure. I just don't know how they're gonna do in their first year of the EuroLeague. I really don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a struggle. I don't know if it's gonna be a cakewalk for them. I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Time will tell. Valencia basketball, same thing. I don't know how good they're gonna be. I don't know what competition they were playing before this, but this is a different type of competition. This the EuroLeague. This is one of none. You feel me? This is the NBA damn near. So y'all got to be ready for the EuroLeague. I'm talking to all y'all. I ain't talking to yeah, all of y'all. Y'all got to be ready for the EuroLeague because this ain't no joke. No joke whatsoever. Next, I got Bosconia. Bosconia was next on my list. Marcus Howard is gonna make some shit happen, make some shit shake for sure. Marcus Noel, he's a good player too. Trent Forrest is a good player too. Hamidou Diallo just got added to the team. I don't know if he's related to Czech Diallo. I'm not sure. I don't want to be racist, but I think he might be related to Czech Diallo. Um, Mitchich is a two-time EuroLeague champion, one-time EuroLeague MVP, two times Final Four MVP. He went to the NBA OKC Hornets Suns. Yeah, I remember Mitchich. And barely played for 2 years. If he manages to find his old self, Hapoel will be strong. I just think as you get older, it's hard to find your older self. I feel like you have to kind of change your game to what you can do now and what you're limited to. You kind of have to like lig it, let it go, right? But I didn't know he won the EuroLeague two times. I didn't know he was a EuroLeague MVP or a two times Final Four MVP. I remember obviously he him playing for the league. I remember him playing on the Hornets and being a backup to LaMelo Ball when LaMelo wasn't playing. So I remember all that. I appreciate the knowledge and the info. Some info since I don't think you've heard of him. No, I've heard of him for sure. But I appreciate the background info on him too. Just because I didn't know that. But yeah, Basconia, y'all got to show us something. Y'all have some solid pieces. Y'all got to show us that y'all not gonna be on the tail end of this league though. Because last year y'all was on the tail end. I do not need y'all being on the tail end this year. Please don't. Now LDLC. The reason why I have y'all last is just because I need to see something from y'all. I really do. I need to see if y'all are going to be any competition for any of these teams. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully, like y'all can't do it, or disrespectfully, like y'all aren't on that level. I'm just saying I want to see y'all do it. Cause last year it gave me a bad taste in my mouth watching y'all, man. Y'all wasn't like all the way bad, but like y'all could have been way better. So I need y'all to be way better this year, to be very honest. Um, those are my power rankings. Honestly, that's from best to worst. The teams who I think are the best teams in the league to the worst teams in the league. If y'all have anything different to say, I I'll say y'all put it in the chat. Y'all put it in the comments. Please let me know. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to no team. I have no personal like vendetta on no team, no player, no none of that shit. So y'all ain't gotta worry about that. But let's see. Oh no, it's not this one. Let's see this article and let's see if we miss anything, and then we'll go from there. Okay. It was fair to me. I respect that. I respect that. I try to make it fair. I don't try to make it too crazy. Obviously, I'm speaking on my opinion. Y'all gonna have a different opinion. Ow. Y'all gonna have a different opinion, but yeah, no, I try to like make it make the most sense. You know. Um, September 26th was yesterday. Um, September 26th, Mika Murinen signs with EuroLeague team Partisan. Pretty sure he signed with Partisan. Olympiacos finalized transfer for Partisan guard Frank Ntilikina. So Frank Ntilikina is now on Olympiacos as we've seen. Um, on the 23rd, I'm sorry, the 25th, Olympiacos parts ways with center ahead of new season. Okay, so Khalifa Kumaji will no longer be joining Olympiacos. Um, he is back on the market, so that's somebody that they didn't pick up that they lost. Bayern Munich announces two important signings ahead of EuroLeague season. With just a week left, Bayern Munich announced two new signings: Serbian forward Alexa Radonov and American center David McCormick. Those are some fire pickups. Some fire pickups for Bayern Munich. So they trying to add some size and add some depth. September 22nd, Olympiacos reportedly could boost their backcourt with Frank Ntilikina. They ended up getting him, so congrats to Olympiacos. Um, Milan adds center Leonardo Tote on multi-year deal. Baskonia acquires NBA guard Marquise Noel. Former Laker officially joins Euroleague champions. We already know who this is. Cole Switter. Oh no, Taylor Horton Tucker. I'm sorry, not Cole Switter. Taylor Horton Tucker. Eurobasket star officially parts ways with Monaco. Jordan Lloyd, obviously, traded to another team. Mike James is committed to remain with AS Monaco. Boom, boom. Top FIBA guard set to join Anadolu, and that is Jordan Lloyd. We just going through all these notes just to make sure that we kind of covered everything. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. And that was everything. Okay, so overall, I hope y'all enjoyed the breakdown. I hope y'all really did enjoy the breakdown. I hope y'all stay in tune with me. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, cause y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know what we covering. Y'all already know what we doing, man. So I need y'all to run it up for your boy one time. And share, spread the word that this is what we on. Share and spread the word that this is what we got going, and to make sure y'all support. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, you already know what time it is. It's early in the morning. Early in the morning, mind you. See, I really don't know what time it is, but it's probably the afternoon for y'all. So I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. If y'all don't agree with anything, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social medias. And we up out of here. I love you.